All right, joining us now to dive a little deeper into Gears 4, studio manager for the Coalition, Rod Fergusson. So, Rod, two things you announced earlier today.
Yep.
We've got Gears in August, and then Gears 4. Just Gears of War 4 or Gears 4?
For E3 in the tease, it's Gears 4, but the actual product will be Gears of War 4.
Gears of War 4, and that'll be coming holiday of 2016.
Correct.
All right, so let's talk a bit about Gears 4. You are obviously a veteran of the Gears franchise, now up in Vancouver.
Right.
And, Phil, I think, tasked you with sort of bringing Gears back to life. You've been through the history of Gears. I don't think you worked on the last one that People Can Fly did, but or maybe you worked on a little bit of it. But what did you want, when you think of Gears of War, what do you want Gears of War to stand for moving forward?
Well, we wanted to sort of stand on its own. I mean, that was one of the things that I really brought when I came to the studios. A lot of things that as you were going through and you've done 3 versions at a studio, you've been on for 7 years, we started to look at what else can we kind of do with it? And you sort of lose a little bit of its luster, and then you see the success of other games. You go like, hey, should we chase that? Should we chase this? And one of the things that really stood up in front of that team when I went up there to Vancouver was like, lead, don't follow. Yeah. And so let's really embrace what Gears is. And maybe that means that we have a slightly smaller audience, but what it means is we have much more deep in the passion. I mean, you see that. I mean, how many more fans could you have with tattoos, right? So, so it's that sort of feeling is just like embrace what Gears really is instead of trying to chase other people.
Now, obviously, we're looking at amazing footage of how the game is going to play. Tell us, I mean, the experience of Gears 4. What is the story? I mean, since how does this fit into the Gears universe?
Oh, well, we're not saying anything really about Gears 4.
Okay.
So basically, it's what you saw is what you get. I mean, one thing we've mentioned is that the female character in the demo wasn't really, or in the tease was not really identified, and so we're letting people know she's called Kate.
Okay.
K-A-I-T, and so it's JD and Kate are the 2 characters. But yeah, it kind of is what it is. It's a teaser to kind of get people interested and understand that, and the fact that I was playing it live on stage and probably visibly shaking because there's several points of failure in that demo.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's kind of is what it is, and so now we're really focused.
So that's not going to be Gears 4. People won't be playing at E3 or anything like that.
No, right now it's all about Ultimate Edition.
Okay. Cool.
So we announced the beta today.
Yep.
We've got it in the booth, and so people can go and play it. It's sort of this modernized Gears 1 multiplayer where it's sort of the best of Gears 1 plus sort of all the refinements that we could bring in from the other games that followed it.
That's very cool. And now with the backwards compatibility announcement, does that mean we're going to be able to play all our old Gears games too?
Time will tell, but yeah, that definitely is sort of where you could see that going.
Exactly. Well, it's so cool to see what you guys are doing with the Gears franchise. Obviously, 4 is going to be big. You've got another year and a half on that. But Ultimate Edition, you're overseeing that as well at Coalition?
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of I oversee sort of everything that's going on over there, but we have a great team, and executive producer Mike Crump is making sure that's taken home and driven correctly. But yeah, I'm sort of just going to keep my foot in, helping sort of direct what we wanted out of the cinematics and what I felt was important to the fans, and sort of just sort of making sure we were staying true to what Gears 1 was. Awesome.
Well, it sounds like there'll be much more coming from the Coalition in the year ahead. So Gears 4, we got the tease. We'll get a little more information down the road, I guess, on what that's going to be. But how will do you see this as like the start of a new trilogy? Or, I mean, how do you view Gears 4? Is it a reboot of the franchise, or?
Yeah, I think to me it's a new beginning. So what that means in terms of endings, I don't know, but it definitely represents to us a new beginning, and I think I like this idea of sort of delivering the first at its best. This idea of going back to the roots and sort of getting that audience caught up on where it all started, and then being able to have sort of this new start with Gears 4.
Yeah, it's exciting time, and you're definitely the right guy to do it.
Oh,
so,
thanks.
has Cliffy B tweeted you his reaction yet?
I've seen a couple of his reactions, so and it's good.
What did he say? Is he in?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely excited to see us get on stage. I don't think we had a lot of fans going like, bring Rod out already. Like at the closing of the show, I think it was a little bit tense for some people. But yeah, I mean, overall, Cliff and others have had a really great reaction to it.
Awesome. All right. Well, Rod, great to see you. We will hope to see you again soon with more on Gears 4 and Ultimate Edition we can check out in August, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks very much. Over to you, Jackie.